Hey everybody, it's Victor. Listen, it's a really important email for me to send you. I have to let you know about some team updates that have happened that were unanticipated, but you deserve to know about them, and you may have some questions about what's going to be going on going forward with you, your account, or whatever else. And it's just important for me to share this information with you by video rather than kind of an in-person email that probably doesn't have my tone or doesn't share my feelings about it. So not to bury the lead, but it turns out that I'm recording this on February 9th, and you're probably getting it on Monday the 13th, because that's when I asked the team to send it out to you. And it turns out that tomorrow is Juliana Maria's last day with the firm. So she's tendered her resignation, which I have accepted, and that means that February 10th is her last day. A couple of you have gotten that information from her and have been supportive in her transition. I want to talk a little bit about her move away from the firm, what precipitated it, what it means, and also what it means for you as a client and what you can expect kind of going forward. So the first thing you should know is that I have a tremendous amount of love for Juliana and the time that she's invested with my firm. Those of you that have been with us for years will know that she actually predates our addition of financial services. She first started working as a marketing assistant, going out and visiting these assisted living facilities and just making connections with them part-time. When I met her, she just wanted to get some extra work. I think she was selling like a multi-level marketing kids toys thing. Like she would host these parties and you would buy kids toys. And so when I knew she was doing that, I reached out to her. I said, it seems like you want to make some extra money. I actually have a role on my team. Would you like to join? And she did. I think she was already a client at that time. Anyway, fast forward, she rose up through the ranks because of her incredible set of skills and really got to the point in time where she was leading the team, leading our transformation and maturation from just a kind of mom and pop shop to something that was better and more established, and did that for a very long period of time before she started to focus on financial services. And then I continued to support her as she wanted to move further away, work remotely, and then continue to serve just our clients in the financial services world. So for those of you that have been with us since at least 2008 or so, you would have had a connection with Juliana for that entire time. I credit her with many of the advances that we've been able to make as a firm because she's been somebody that's held to incredible standards. And you all know that I rely on her as the detail person, as the person that gets something done. Well, fast forward to where we are today, and I think that the decision is largely centered around the idea that she has done all that she is capable of doing with the firm that we have today, and she's going to take her talents elsewhere. I don't mean to invoke the whole LeBron James thing, but she's going to be able to bless somebody else and some other institution or some other set of individuals with her incredible skills, and she is, in fact, moving on. So first and foremost, to you, the clients, in front of you, the clients, I'm going to share just my words of thanks and appreciation for the tremendous service that she's given over those years. Now, a couple of things that this means for you going forward, because many of you have come to rely on contacting her directly for everything that you need going forward. Well, the first thing that you should know is that I actually think it probably takes two people to be able to replace what it is that Juliana was doing. And we're in the midst of hiring those two individuals. We're going to bolster our advisory ranks, meaning we're going to bring on somebody that is actually credentialed as an additional financial advisor. They're going to run the tax projections, give similar advice that I give, or at least do the work before I share that advice with you. And they're going to focus in on those set of skills. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring somebody on that's operations based. So we're going to bring somebody that's going to be able to watch what all of our clients are doing and oversee all of those tasks and be able to make sure that those all get done as quickly as possible. So we're in the process of replacing her role with two additional roles because, in fact, we are projecting to grow and continue to grow going forward. In the meantime, I've met with the rest of the team, and we still have a team of 7 here, even though that she's left, and every person on the team has agreed to step up and help along the way. So we've created 3 sets of teams internally, some teams that are going to be working on our existing clients and the things that have come up from these tactical planning meetings that we've been doing every few months or so. We've got a team that's working on upcoming clients that are sort of one-offs, nothing that came from those meetings, but things that we need to get done, that we knew to get done, and there are a few folks working on that. And then we have this last team that I'm going to be working with new clients and what they need. So we've been able to spread across all of these tasks that need to get done along the way. What should you do going forward? Well, the first thing is you should feel free to email me directly, because the entire team is going to be reviewing everything that we need to do, and we're going to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks. And if you want to talk to me, or if you want to send something to me, send it to me until we brought somebody else on that's the primary source of that. And just know that I'll be working with Maggie and with Lillian and with Susan and all the members of our team to make sure that no detail goes overlooked, to make sure that you get what you need going forward. So send it to me, we'll make sure it gets done, and then I'll let you know when it's appropriate to send it to other people. The second thing, and this is an ask, recognize that it does take an entire team of 7 to replicate what Juliana could do all on her own. So I would ask you to be patient with us. We have the same level of desire to serve you at the very highest level going forward, but I will be honest and say some things are going to fall through the cracks. Some things we're going to do not as well. And it's not because we don't want it to work out well, but it's just because we're in that point of transition, because so much of what Juliana did was a function of her incredible skill, her long-standing relationship with the firm, and the ability to kind of instinctively know what needed to get done. I trusted her judgment at the highest level, and it's going to take some time for us to be able to replicate that going forward. Notwithstanding the fact that the people that we have here have my trust and make great decisions, they just don't carry with it the same level of expertise as somebody that's been here nearly 14 years has been able to engender. So to wrap up this video that I'm trying to figure out how long I've been recording off of it, maybe 6 minutes or so. I want to let you know that there's been a change in the team. I want to let you know that the rest of so Juliana's leaving. The rest of the team is rallying around the needs of you, the client. We understand our obligation. We take that as the most important thing that we are charged with fulfilling, and the team, in fact, is agreed to rise to the occasion and pull out all the stops to make sure that we continue to serve you in the great way that you've already been experiencing with us. And finally, just an ask that you be patient with us along the way. Call us out if there's something that we haven't attended to, but just have that extra pause, knowing that we are trying to do our very best to make sure that something happens, something gets done that you need to get done. And if we've slipped for whatever reason, it's not out of desire, just let us know about it. Give us an extra second, and we'll put you at the top of the list to make sure it gets done. Thank you so much for all the faith that you have. I hope that that faith is not placed just in one person, but in the entirety of a team that I've been able to create over almost two decades of running this firm. My vision for where we're going in the future is tremendous in terms of the ability that we will have to transform lives, the impact that we're going to make in other people's lives, the growth that we're going to see over those years, all the while keeping the highest level of service along the way. And I thank you. I thank you for your faith, and I thank you for your commitment to us going forward. If there's anything of this that you want to have a private conversation with me about and you want to ask me, please just reach out, and I will be happy to sit down and talk with you. I want to do everything that I can to put your mind at ease that even as we make a transition like this of something that's been so long-standing and so instrumental, that in fact, it will not affect what your experience with us is going forward. We promise to build back better. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that in these political times, but I'm going to make sure that whatever we put in place has the same level of high quality as what you've always been experiencing when you're working with us. So I'm going to end this email with this video with this. I hope you watched the entire thing, and I want to let you know that our doors are always open, and my ear is always open to any conversation that you want to have. We look forward to continuing to serve you going in the future. And by the way, if you do want to pass on your best wishes to Juliana as she goes on to her next journey, I'll be happy to share those with her also. That's all I've got. All right. Happy Valentine's Day tomorrow for those of you that get to celebrate. Make sure you buy chocolate for the ones that you love. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.